Compared to the small town that she'd been to previously, Claire stared at the number of shops that were around them. Peeking behind the stores were other buildings that had several floors. There was also a larger diversity of people walking about, not just humans, looking to be from differing backgrounds and locations. The number of rare people was significant. Claire noticed a few, like the people who either looked human, aside from their animal ears and tails, or bipedal animals wearing clothing like humans. This place is way different than what you've likely seen, Candace commented to Claire, as if recognizing the culture shock she was going through upon stepping out of the guild. Brooke pointed off in the distance. Several streets away, there are some of the other guilds. I think Darlena mentioned that there were other guilds inside this place. Hannah thought out loud. Nodding, Brooke continued. They aren't as big or as powerful as the Adventure Guild, but they have their own respected members. Putting a finger to her chin, I think the next largest guild is the Merchant Guild. Hearing the name, Claire thought of members that concentrated on making businesses and earning money. Is the setup similar to the Adventure Guild? She asked her sister. Yep, Brooke nodded. You can sign up, and they'll have resources to train people to start their own businesses. The Adventure Guild maintains a good relationship with them, sending adventurers over to businesses owned by Merchant Guild members. She brushed back her hair that swayed gently in the wind and getting in her face. They began walking away from the guild, heading to some location that Claire wasn't aware of. As I mentioned, we'll need to pick up some supplies. Luckily, a lot of the stuff is in the general stores. You won't find anything too fancy, but the prices are lower. Tommy explained to Claire and Hannah. His eyes flickered to Astrid and Frida. Both of the women just stared at Tommy, and then looked around the surroundings. Claire giggled at the interaction. It's the first time that I've seen Tommy look unsure about how to behave. I wonder if he's like this when there are other people who aren't in our family. She thought to herself. When Hannah looked at her, she suddenly shook her head to indicate that she'd tell Hannah later. Seeing there wasn't something she could say out loud, Hannah fought a grin, eager to hear the juicy details. At some point, we should check out the equipment shops. I'm wondering if there's something we can get for both Claire and Hannah, Abby said to Tommy. Silent for a second, Tommy nodded at the suggestion. That's a good idea. Overhearing what Abby said, Claire was confused. But we can just shop for equipment at the store inside the guild. She didn't understand what need there was for them to check out stores on this side of the portal. The store is good, but the prices are far higher than what both of you need. I'm not dismissing the quality of the items being sold, but instead of getting things that match up to you better, Abby patiently explained to her youngest sister. That's right. Also, due to the nature of the store, they sometimes don't have as specialized armor that would be best for you right now. You'd probably need to go to the auction house, but the guild points are drastically more since it's made by adventurers, Tommy added. Grinning, another benefit is how we'll be able to give you our advice on what to look out for at your level. By the time this job is over, you should be at level 10. It'll open you up to more variety of armors that have a higher level of energy in them due to the ingredients used. Candace looked to Claire. The armor that we'll show you should be good enough to last until level 20. There's a way to spot the category of armor that'll fit the two of you, and we can show you that.